Welcome to another episode of Trade Breakdown with ABFX. So this is a GBPJPY trade we took yesterday, and I would decide to share with you guys because the trade stopped us out. It hit our stop loss and immediately started going to our direction. What I'm going to share here is we were not wrong on the trade. It was just our entry and the stop loss we had. It was not that good enough, right? But we had the direction correct and the trade went straight to the TP, which we had presumed. But I did ask my Telegram channel, the guys in the channel, to close the community, right? To close the trade before we actually hit our SL, because I already saw that coming. Was the entry. I didn't take it at the right time, right? So I want you to learn from this video, the mistake, and what you should have done better, right? The link to the community is going to be on my bio, or you get it on the description of this video, right? So let's get into it. So this is GBPJPY, right? So how this is a trade we took. So how do we go about getting this trade, right? So going firstly to the for the daily time frame, which that is where I always start from my analysis. So you will notice that the first thing I always say is that you want to mark out your key level, understand a trend. Are you trading a trend reversal, or are you trading a trend continuation? Identify those two things. In this case, we're looking at what? A reversal, right? We were in a downtrend. After a good impulsive move correction to the downside, we came back to our key zone, our key support zone, which you can see here. And remember, in my video I always talk about my support zone. They are very important, knowing how to mark out your support zone. So coming to this, our key support zone here, I noticed a rejection, right? After seeing this rejection happen here, what I was expecting is that price should pull back, at least giving me 50% retracement before the continuation to the downside. So this is what then happened. So when price approached the level and I saw this engulfing candle, this bullish engulfing candle forming, this bullish engulfing candle forming. So what I had to do, and closing above this other word support zone I had here, so it was confirmation for me that price could potentially pull back to this next word resistance zone. So you're seeing my zones, how they are playing out. Learn how to mark out your zone, very important, right? If you're able to mark out your support and your resistance zone, because what I will tell you that price move from a demand area to supply area to a demand area. Try to look for imbalances to fill in the market. The market does not move randomly, it moves from one level to another. You have to understand that, right? So with this movement to this zone, and now I was expecting price to pull back and then I get the buys, and that is what happened. But this was the error that we made, because I saw this daily candle form already, and this day I was expecting to get what? A buy on this candle, which is what happened. But now let's go to our 4-hour time frame. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, looking on the 4-hour time frame, what I was expecting now was that I wanted to get this buy above this level. So I wanted to get a buy above this above this resistance level, right? Seeing this resistance price as rejected here, we had a breakout price breaking below and wanted price to close above before I get a buy. But I went ahead after getting these confirmations, and the next candle I took the buy here. So my buy was late, my buy was too early. So I knew they was going to buy, but I entered a bit early, which is the error I made, right? Entering very early, and then my stop loss was just below the closure of these candles, and price stopped me out with a wick and then continuation, right? So if you go to the 1 hour and the 30 minute, which is where I take my entries, so going straight to the 30 minutes. So this is like a top-down analysis I do before I do take my trades, right? So you see that now what we have is, we have price actually came, we entered somewhere here, stop us out before going. Now if I was to enter this position, the correct way to have entered this GBPJPY trade, which was about 260 pips, was for me to have waited, right? To have waited for price to close above this region, right? Having seen all this consolidation here and then giving us kind of like a double bottom on a trend line again, then we should have waited for price to close above this zone. candlestick confirmation, right? So that will have been on the 15 minutes after this closure. And then it will still be possible to get now a trade somewhere here after this closure, which is an impulse entry, right? Then your stop loss will still be somewhere below here, right, below the lows, and you're still going to get a risk reward of 1:2, and you still target 100 pips, which is still very okay, very okay, right? 2% is not small on a 100k account, right? Which was something we didn't do, right? So this is a quick breakdown of the GBPJPY trade and what happened and what should have been done better, right? So I will take you to the Telegram community where I shared the signals. So this is a community we are still very much growing. You'll notice that I shared the signal and I told them, okay, exit GBPJPY, because I saw that coming. I said, so we went in some profit already. Well, this is the entry we took, so you can see our entry, we're going into profit. And okay, some people took some profit, but I said, okay, exit GBPJPY. I exit if you're still holding, seeing it to fall more. So when I saw this, I said, okay, when I saw what was happening, I just said, okay, exit this trade is going to fall more, because when I started seeing the rejection, I was expecting to fall. That's the understanding of what candlesticks, right? And then this is what finally happened at the end. So it played out perfectly, right? So hope you learned from this video, and I'll keep dropping more content like this so you can learn from your mistakes and so on. See you.